There's been a really significant gender divide in the Hillary Clinton versus Donald Trump presidential race in terms of polling. Women have been much more strongly supporting Hillary Clinton, whereas men, and in particular white men, have been Donald Trump's strongest group. I actually saw a graph yesterday where if you went based only on men or even white men, I don't remember, basically, Massachusetts was the only state where Hillary Clinton was winning among either men or white men. And in every other state, Donald Trump was winning among that group. However, Donald Trump is very quickly losing the male vote. The numbers are stunning. There's an ABC Washington Post poll, which was taken just a few days ago by Langer Research Associates. And it shows that Hillary Clinton is now 12 points ahead of Donald Trump nationally. Now, there are some people who say, "Oh, that's not a good poll. There's no way that Hillary Clinton is actually up by 12." But let's step back for a second from whether you believe those national numbers. The interesting thing is how this latest poll from ABC Washington Post compares with the one from a month ago in terms of the internals and specifically male support of Donald Trump. 1 month ago, this was before the Access Hollywood Billy Bush grab him by the pussy video came out. This is before a dozen sexual assault allegations came out against Donald Trump. Trump was winning over Hillary Clinton among men by 19 points. That's a major, major advantage for Donald Trump. It's common for Republicans in national elections to have the male vote. 1 month later, in the recent poll, the results flipped where Hillary Clinton is now leading Donald Trump among men by 3 percentage points, down 19 to +3 for Hillary Clinton among men in a month. That is a 22-point swing. That means roughly that in the last month, 1 out of 5 male Trump supporters switched their support from Donald Trump to Hillary Clinton. If your strongest demographic is men and 1 in 5 of your male supporters switch in a month to support the other candidate, you're in deep trouble. And that is exactly what Donald Trump seems to be in. There has been almost no swinging among women. So the lead story for me that is not being discussed much is that when you look at Donald Trump's polling falling off a cliff in the last 4 to 6 weeks and Hillary Clinton's polling rising, women have basically stayed with Hillary Clinton to roughly the same degree as they were 4 to 6 weeks ago. There's been a 1-point change in the percentage of women supporting Hillary Clinton. Men supporting Hillary Clinton have increased drastically. And when you look even further among white men, you also see a move from Donald Trump over to Hillary Clinton. Absolutely fascinating. And it's hard to say whether it was only the Access Hollywood thing. It's hard to say if it was the disastrous debate performances. But as I've said many times before, if you are a woman or know a woman or were born to a woman, the allegations and video and comments and defenses from Donald Trump should really turn you off. Donald Trump's base is abandoning him. I have a graph from the poll that I'll quickly show you, which is very, very interesting, which shows that not only among those who are white with no degree, but also those who are white with a college degree, they're all moving in the direction of Hillary Clinton increasingly. There's been a swing among non-degree white voters towards Hillary Clinton. And that is also interesting because, Pat, there's this idea that the low education voters are more likely to support Trump, and they are, but they've still been going in the direction of Hillary Clinton over the last month.
And just to touch on the minority demographic, back in 2012, when the Republicans lost big, Reince Priebus and the GOP released an autopsy report, so they called it, and it was their way of trying to appeal to more minority voters. You have to do that, but you first have to lock down your base, too. You can't let all these white men leave and go to the other side.
No doubt about it. And the Republican Party has depended on white men increasingly to win national elections for a long time now. Demographically, not a good strategy. Last thing, if you believe all of these polls are just flat out wrong, you basically have to believe that respondents are lying to pollsters because they're embarrassed to admit that they're voting for Donald Trump. If that's the case, that's a whole other set of problems that we're probably going to have to deal with in a different segment. But Donald Trump losing his male support, really not looking good.